going? Today we're going to try a little something new here. Not new to our family, but new to the procedure on how we're going to make this happen. Now, we have a recipe that's been in our family for about 50 years now, and it is called vanilla brownies. This recipe came into our family in 1970 from a nice lady by the name of Carol Flum when we lived in Omaha, Nebraska. Now, the gist of this recipe is that you take a yellow cake mix, reduce down the liquid aspects of what's in it and adjust the ratios a little bit, and end up with a very concentrated vanilla cake that you then mix in chocolate morsels into. Typically we would put it in a 9 by 13 pan and bake it, and it comes out to be very dense, condensed yellow cake brownies with chocolate chips, which is amazingly delicious. It's been a staple in our family forever and a favorite of all the kids, grandkids, everybody. But what we're going to do today is we're going to modify it a little bit. We're going to cook it in the air fryer and see what kind of results we get from that. Now, normally, as I said, we would cook this in a 9 by 13 square pan. But of course, my air fryer is an oval shaped thing, and the bottom bin is not quite 9 inches. I initially tried to take the bin and put my 9-inch round pan in it, but as you see, it doesn't quite fit. So what I did was I went to the store and I got this 7-inch pie tin, and we're going to nicely and easily drop it right in there, and we're going to bake this. Now, the instructions for this, very simple, very minimalistic. There's like 5 ingredients. You have the yellow cake mix, you have a half cup of oil, 2 tablespoons of water, and 2 eggs. You mix those together, then you fold in the morsels, and then you pour it in and you bake it at 325 for 20 minutes. So we're going to do it at 325 in the air fryer as well, but we're going to have to maybe guess a little bit because it's a different size pan, because it's a different tool for doing the baking. We'll just take a toothpick to the brownies every now and then to make sure they're done. So we're just going to wing it, see what happens. Let's go ahead and get the mixture made, and let's get it in the oven. Let's see what happens. I'm excited. And that's it for the ingredients. Very simple. So let's go ahead and get it mixed. It almost makes a dough. It's so thick. And there we have it, perfectly mixed. Let's fold in the morsels, and we'll be ready to put it in the pan and get started. It's that simple. It literally took me 3 minutes. All right. See how thick it is? I think we need some more morsels. It's meant to be pretty densely packed with chocolate. Yep, more. There's really no point in leaving any in the bag, I think. That looks right. If it's not, if it's wrong, I don't want to be right. Now we have the pan. Go ahead and get this in, and then we're just going to throw it in the air fryer. I mean, it's that simple. So they're definitely going to be thicker than our normal brownies are. Again, because they're not as spread out into the 9x13 pan. But you know what? I don't care. That will also probably impact the cooking time, of course. But guess what? We're ready to go. It's that simple, that easy. So let's go ahead and pop it in the bottom container. Have it. Let's fire this up. Alright, it's been 10 minutes. Let's go ahead and take a look and see how it's going. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Alright, let's test it. It's only been 10 minutes, but it smells amazing. That might be chocolate chips, but I don't think it's quite done. Feels a little wet inside still, so let's give it another 5 minutes and see how it goes. So it seems to be done. It's got a nice crust on it. Little trouble getting it out of there. Not terrible. Just had to be really careful. But the toothpick trick seems to indicate that it's done. We're going to let it sit for just a little bit and let it settle and firm up. And then we're going to try to cut it and see what happens. Alright, so it does look like operating the air fryer at lower temperatures for baking is a good thing, so you can cook the insides as well. When I did the initial at 325, the top got cooked fairly quickly, but the insides were gooey, so I put it back in at 280 and checked it every 5 minutes until I think it's done. So I think it's done, and we're going to pull a piece out and take a nice close look at it. Right, took a little longer than expected because mainly the brownies were thicker than they normally are. But, you know, we had to make some adjustments to the cooking times and temperatures. Typically they cook at 325 for 20 minutes. Well, we started it there, but very quickly the crust got done and the inside was gooey. So we took the temperature down to 280, and because at that point it's all experimental, we checked it every 5 minutes, and I think we came out with a pretty good product. So there you go. Vanilla brownies in the air fryer. I think they're going to be delicious. I'm not sure that I would recommend this as the first approach, but it's certainly a viable approach for doing this. If you would like your brownies thinner, put them in a 9x3 pan and put them in the oven as the recipe notes. But we wanted to see how well they would do. We think they did well. Just a different approach. That's all. So we're going to go enjoy these now. And in the meantime, hope everybody's healthy and safe where you are. And I know my voice is still messed up, But hopefully we'll get that addressed here pretty soon. All right, we'll talk to you later.